of the 12 days of PBL, affectionately named after the 12 days of Christmas. I know we're all going into the holiday season. So again, this is day 2 of 12 days of PBL. Bear with me. I think I'm going to get this technology right this time. Yesterday was a bit of a trial run. So, yesterday we talked about this concept of high quality PBL. And one of the major components that we uncovered through the case study we chatted about with students putting on these productions for the community was authenticity, right? We know how powerful learning experiences can be when they're authentic. And today we're going to talk about this big question. How do we build community partners for PBL? How do we build community partners? Because we know the effect that learning has when it moves outside of the walls of our classrooms and into the greater school, into the community, and into the globe. But really between teaching, between lesson planning, between grading, between all the tasks that we have as teachers and educators, how do we find the time to build these community partnerships? That's what I wanted to talk a bit about today, and share some of my insights through a case study through this brilliant school in Taiwan. And I'm not talking about field trips, right? We go on a lot of field trips, and sometimes it's exciting for kids to get out of school. I remember I went on field trips to the water park or somewhere else or a zoo, but it really wasn't integrally connected to something, a deeper learning experience. So I'm talking about real deep experiences and community partners to help strengthen those. And I want to take you to a school. It's called VIS in Taiwan, a very innovative school. And there was a marketing unit, and the teachers had to teach marketing, all the concepts of marketing as part of this business unit. And, they wanted to form some kind of community partner to make this real for students. They're racking their brains and they said, hey, why don't we let the students find the community partner? And that's exactly what they did. So one of the first things they tasked the students with is finding an NGO that really was a cause that they really felt was a worthy cause to take on, and then really think about how they might develop the marketing plan for that NGO. So fast forward, students looked at all these different NGOs, and they landed on one NGO around rehabilitating bunnies. There's so many abused pet bunnies. And of course, these high school students really attached to this whole concept and wanted to find homes for these bunnies and also raise funds for this organization, and noticed that really a lot of their marketing and social media presence wasn't that great. And we know this generation is so strong at technology. So this is definitely an area where they could assist. So they went back to the classroom. They said, hey, we found our cause. And instead of just, making this a classroom where they went step by step through, they turned this into, similar to what I said in the last story, a production company. They turned into a media marketing company. They had the social media marketing people, the product development, the sales. They had the people who were in charge of outreach, keeping track of the business and the financials, to raise capital and so forth. Every student had a role, and they took on this role of marketing, creating designs, creating the websites, creating social media posts. And I'm wearing a couple of the stickers here. One says, keep it weird, that they sent to me, these kids. It was fantastic. And it says, keep it hoppy. Really clever, right? And, this is what a great way to market such a great cause. And lo and behold, they raised quite a bit of funds for this organization. They also helped them develop a marketing plan that was sound so they can get the word out. And they had this deeper learning experience and took ownership of it. So what might happen if we give students the onus and responsibility of developing and honing these community partnerships? And my question to you again is how do you build community partners for PBL? What can you take from that story and apply to your own setting? And a couple other just suggestions. Maybe it's a public park across the street, and you're helping to work with them to build a different playground or something, or play space, or make it elderly and youth friendly. Maybe it's the library and across the street, the public library, and there's a reading time where the students are going to read to senior citizens, or they're going to read to younger peers. Maybe it's at the beach. I've seen a community partnership where students were tasked with writing field guides for the flora and fauna that existed near the beach area. Maybe it's painting a mural and working with a local organization that works towards equity, and there's a mural that's being painted in the community. Whatever it is, think about how you might extend your learning experiences into the community. What might you do? And that's my question to you, my provocation. Put in the comment section, if you've done this before, how have you connected to community partners? If you have not, think about how you might connect to community partners for PBL. Look forward to reading your comments and replying to those. I'll see you tomorrow for day 3, where we're going to chat a little bit about curriculum and how we can really hit those content standards through project-based learning. All right, see you tomorrow.